Ask Reddit by Express repeat 5314. What's the worst trend going on in your country? General disregard for the value of other people's lives. For real. I can't even wrap my mind around how terrible humans can be to each other. Roadman culture has become popular-ish in Finland. To all of you fucks breaking shit and stabbing people, you are not cool, you are not tough, you look like a outcast wanker, can you assholes piss off already? Damn. And I came here to write broccoli hair. Cost of living, no affordable housing. You must live in country of earth. Philippines. First world foreigners coming here to buy property because it's cheaper and they can make money by being landlords, which means housing is now too expensive for the locals. What's worse is that we get treated as second-class citizens by those foreigners. Edit. To clarify, these foreigners are usually part of the 1%. This is a common trend in both the global south and the American south, and the Midwest too, as some commenters have said. The problem are the 1%, not immigrants, not foreigners just hoping to get by escaping a bad situation from their country. Same shit happens in coastal locations of southern Spain except for the second class issue. I can't even afford to buy a room. I'm Russian, so it's obviously the ice cream prices. I heard that my relatives in Belarus, I was born here, 3/10, also haven't got all those products from West, and still, rich people are still rich. It's too expensive to exist. Yes, this person must be from, checks notes, Earth. The dumb people are getting louder and dumber, which I didn't think possible. Worshipping rich families, celebrity status for the wealthy. Celebrity status for politicians too. WTF? When it's see political rallies and people are wearing all that political swag and cheering them on like an NBA star, makes me want to puke. Kids with absolutely no situational awareness on increasingly heavy electric bikes. Pretty Dutch specific, I'd assume. Those bikes should count as scooters or something. Political decisions and high inflation. Any country in general. There's so many young people here, yet 50% of them are unemployed. Honestly, I don't think it only happened in my country. I'm from Russia and I think everyone in the world knows what's wrong is going on in my country, so I don't have to make any other comments or explanations. I'm from Hungary and can relate. There's an upcoming election that's annoying the hell out of everybody. That narrows it down to about half the countries in the world. Lol, 63 national elections coming up. It's gonna be wild. Wages being essentially the same for the last 10-15 years, while since then the cost of living has doubled. Inflation is nuts. The median house price has also nearly doubled. Mate, it's doubled twice since 2008. People eat up propaganda for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Inflation. The phone I wanted 2 months ago is up $70 and groceries are up 200% from a year ago. Economy hasn't been the same since the Trade Federation blockade. Mullets. Just kidding. That's the second worst. The worst is the big supermarket chains price gouging while parents are skipping meals so their kids can eat. People are begging strangers for their dinner leftovers on Facebook community groups and kids are missing out on fruit because it's too expensive. It's insane how much groceries are. I don't know how families do it. I'm single and have started having so many baked beans or Weet-Bix dinners. Meanwhile Colosworth are reporting record profits. Fuck those cunts. Steady economic decline and a widening divide between social classes. We also done effed up recently with a particularly dumb political decision which keeps us all trapped here. 3 guesses who? UK. People licking other people's food or condiments in restaurants for TikTok and Instagram videos. Politicians being bought by the highest bidder instead of the will of the people. Denmark. The welfare system that we've kept on for decades is getting slashed left and right. Savings and budget cuts are eroding public infrastructure and transportation. All to get the rich richer as the supposed centralist government keep benefiting the rich, whom already made absolute bank over the pandemic, as Denmark's primary export is medicine and vaccines, while everyone else struggles under inflation and stagnated wages. No, not Denmark too. I thought you guys were doing okay over there. How depressing. Concentration of wealth in the 0.1% while the middle class disappears. Corporations are making record profits while their workers have lost all hope of ever owning their own home or having money to retire on, and small businesses are crushed. Homelessness is on the rise and all our infrastructure is overloaded while the flagging middle class is expected to pay the taxes and make the sacrifices to fix it. Meanwhile, those rich corporations are eliminating our jobs, either by outsourcing to other countries or replacing us with automation and AI. Before long we will all be mere peasants and serfs, laboring for our corporate overlords, owning nothing outright and barely able to afford our subscription services and rent. All while somehow still convincing vast portions of the population that the politicians, corporations, investors, wealthy are working in the best interest of everyone else. It's almost like we don't have thousands of years to look back on and see that this is never true. The hardening of people's mentality. More and more people start to think in the lines of I have mine, and I protect mine, and that is all I care about, instead of how can I make it better for the neighborhood without making it worse for anyone else. Then again, this has been ongoing for decades. Northern Europe. This is happening everywhere. The entire world is moving in a conservative direction. The trend of politicians capitalizing on culture wars whilst ignoring glaring economical, environmental and social issues. Not a new trend, or a particularly interesting one, but it is the worst. There are many TikTokers who are famous for trolling anyone they can. Prank video people are some of the worst people in existence.